Hey everyone, welcome back to Escape Roots Yoga. I'm Jody Scaro. I'll be guiding you through a everyday vinyasa today. Let's get started in a child's pose. So big toes together, knees apart. Work those hands down the mat. And while you're making it to your mat, today's practice will be a quick and complete vinyasa. So we will make it through all the poses that I feel are important today. That's by no means a full 60-minute practice, but it is the best we can do with the time we have. So congrats to you for making it on the mat. That's the hardest part. And here comes your vinyasa class. Take it back, downward facing dog. Wrap the outer arms in, let the head hang heavy, and then take whatever movement you need here to get started. Maybe those are some spinal rolls. Maybe a little bit more stillness. Just kind of get into your body. You know what you need. You know best. From here, begin to walk the feet in towards the hands. Inhale for a halfway lift. Shift the weight onto the toes. Hands come to the hips and rise up nice and slow. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, high plank. Lower down, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale for upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. 3 breaths here. Step the feet forwards, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands come down by the side, Samastita. Deep bend in the knees, Utkatasana or chair pose, Surya Namaskar B. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take it back, high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Right foot steps forwards, left toes turning out to the side. Inhale for warrior one. Exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. Step it back, plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left foot steps forwards now, Virabhadrasana 1, other side. Exhale, hands come down. Step it back, high plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. 3 breaths here. If you're catching up, that's okay. When we try to fit a full practice into a shorter period of time, sometimes we have to move a little fast. Hop the feet to the hands or step. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Deep bend in the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands come down by the sides. Inhale, palms come together, big back arch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step the right foot back. Find a lunge, lift the chest. Exhale, step the left foot back, plank. Lower down. Inhale, this time for cobra, so belly's on the floor. Exhale, lower the chest. Curl the toes under, press back up, high plank. Downward facing. Left foot steps forwards, now lift the chest. Right foot steps forwards, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot steps back this time. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, step the other foot back, plank. Lower down onto the belly. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, lower the chest. Curl the toes under, press back, high plank. Downward facing dog. Right foot steps forwards, lunge, lift the chest. Left foot steps forwards, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands start center. Reground, recenter. Forward fold. Step back, high plank. Back, downward facing dog. Good job. Inhale, right leg lifts, 3-legged. Exhale, bend the top knee. Inhale here. And then exhale, make your way forwards, nose to knee. Drop the right foot between the hands, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Inhale for space. Exhale to twist. I'm trying to get my elbow around my mic here, but we're trying to press the hands into heart center, create lots of space here. Awesome. From here, open up, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, sink lower. Inhale, exalt. Exhale, come forwards, extended side angle. That right elbow can be on the thigh or it can be on the floor. Rise back up, warrior two. Straighten the front knee, heel toe the back foot in. Typewriter the ribs over, trikonasana. Lots of energy in those top fingers. Activate the inner thighs, rise up, inhale, exalt. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step it back, high plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, bend the top knee. From here, you're gonna tip your weight over to the left. So right fingertips peel off the floor, wild thing. Heart is turning towards the sky. From here, right hand comes back down on the mat. Carefully, mindfully swing that right leg all the way through. Inhale as you rise into fallen triangle. Option to keep this right leg lifted off the floor. Exhale, left hand comes down, roll onto the ball of the back foot. See if you can tap the chin on the floor. Don't worry if it doesn't go well, it's tricky. Step it back, high plank. Downward facing dog, good job. 2 breaths here. Gaze between the palms, rise up on the toes, bend the knees. Hop the feet to the hands. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Heel toe the feet so they're about a hip distance apart. Take your 2-piece fingers around the big toes. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, pull the elbows out to the side, crown of the head down towards the earth. Breathe. For Padangusthasana. Shift the weight a little bit more forwards onto the toes. Not too much. You'll know when it's too much, I promise. Release the hands. Bring them to the hips. Deep bend in the knees. Roll all the way up to stand. You're going to bring your hands into imaginary back pockets here. Push the glutes down and away. So almost like you're trying to move your bum down your body. Inhale, lift the chest here. Big back arch. And then exhale, roll your way forwards, bend the knees. Step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend the top knee, look under that right armpit. Keep the left armpit down towards the earth. So don't let that shoulder kind of lift and open. From here, exhale, pull forwards, nose to knee. Drop the foot in between the hands, rise up for a crescent lunge. Exhale, sink down a little bit lower. From here, hands come to heart center. Inhale for space. Exhale, find a twist. So use that elbow to kind of press the hands towards the center of the chest. Keep pressing out with the left knee. Breathe. Open up, warrior two. From here, inhale, exalt. Exhale, extended side angle. Return back to your warrior two. Heel toe that front foot in or back foot, whichever feels best. Typewriter the ribs over, trikonasana. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Activate the inner thighs, rise back up. Inhale, exalt or back bend here. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step the left foot back to join the right, chaturanga with strength. Inhale, upward facing dog, open the heart, let it feel good. Exhale, downward facing. Breathe. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the top knee. Go ahead and open it up now for a wild thing. Lifting the chest, opening up. Make your way back to high plank. Or, I'm sorry, carefully, mindfully swing that left leg all the way through. Find your fallen triangle. So the left leg is out to the right side of the mat. The right arm is up towards the sky. Once again, option to lift that left leg off the floor to increase the difficulty. From here, right hand comes down, roll onto the ball of the back foot. See if you can tap your chin on the mat. Don't worry, it's a little tricky. If it doesn't go well, step it back to high plank. From here, one last push. Shift the weight forwards. Grip with the fingers. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Good job, guys. Gaze between the palms. Rise on the toes. Bend the knees. Hop the feet to the outer edges of the hands. Drop the hips down, Malasana. Breathe here. Maybe you're shifting your weight a little bit from side to side. Maybe you want to do some arm variations here. So one of my faves is extending the left hand out to the left. Use this left shoulder to press the left knee out further. And then open up with the heart towards the ceiling. And go ahead and take the other side. I'll give you a second view. So just really trying to find some opening with the legs. And when you're ready, both hands come down. You're gonna bring the arms in front of you. Play with your crow pose, your bakasana, maybe crane pose. Just beginning to work those toes towards the glutes. If you're comfy in your crow, maybe try to work the elbows a little bit straighter. When you're ready, take it back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. Beautiful. Let the breath stabilize. One last little flow. And then we will rest. Right foot steps forwards, left toes turn out on a 45. Come into your pyramid pose. Keep pulling that right hip crease back. And trying to lengthen the torso down along the front leg. I have a piece of hair in my mouth that is very stuck. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to fold down one more time. Two more like that. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale to fold. From here, crawl your hands to the left, turn all 10 toes towards the long edge of the mat. Wide leg forward fold. Shift the weight forwards onto the toes. Option here to play with a split press into a headstand, elbow stand, handstand, whatever feels good for you in this moment. So maybe dropping down onto the elbows here or the top of the head. We'll take about 5 breaths here. And if none of those options appeal to you, stay in your wide leg forward fold. Try to reach the head down towards the earth. Play with shifting your weight a little bit from right to left until you find what feels like even weight distribution between the feet. Maybe you even want to move the hips a little bit from right and left. Maybe you want to be still, in which case, focus on the breathing. When you're ready, if you are inverted, take those legs down. Back to your wide leg forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift, everyone all together. Exhale, come back to fold. 2 more like that. Inhale, half. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Turn your left toes out to the side. Bend the back knee, the left knee, come into your skandasana. Hands can come to heart center. Maybe you want to take the same arm variation that you did in Malasana. And then when you're ready, crawl your way back to the top of the mat. Hard flex both feet, revolve skandasana. And then as you exhale, come into a wide leg pyramid, all 10 toes towards the top of the mat. Hop the back foot in slightly, turn the toes on the back foot out on a 45. Hands come to heart center. Inhale for space. Exhale to twist, revolve, triangle. From here, you're gonna bend that right knee, trace your left fingertips forwards just slightly, lift the back leg up. I snuck this up on you. We are in Ardha Parivrita Chandrasana, or Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana, which is revolved half moon. Keep pulling that right hip crease back. Turn the left toes so they're just slightly out to the side, but mostly down. Reach up strongly with that right arm. You're on your fingertips on the left hand. And when you're ready, step it back, find a high lunge, then find a high plank. Roll your way through a vinyasa, good job. Downward facing. From here, option to lower down onto your elbows to play with a forearm stand, a PINCHA mayurasana. Maybe you want to try that headstand one more time, or take a few moments in child's pose. It is entirely up to you. Wherever you are, come back to your breath. And know that it doesn't matter what these poses look like. Sometimes they look cool, they look fancy, but that's not what it's about. Yoga is about your relationship with yourself, not about what it looks like on YouTube or Instagram or anywhere else that we find it visually appealing. When you're ready, drop down onto the knees for just a second. We will all meet in child's pose. We have one last push. Just that left side, final sequence. Take it back, downward facing. And then when you're ready, step the left foot forwards, right toes go out on a 45, find that pyramid pose. Breathe here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Last one, inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Then walk your hands over to the right. Find a wide leg, forward fold. This time, let's take the hands behind the back. You might want to come into a halfway lift for this. Snuggle the shoulders together behind the back, and then as you exhale, bring those hands down, trying to find the floor. Now, if you are close to the floor and it's not happening, something that can be helpful is bringing the hands into Kali Mudra, so almost like putting the pointer fingers up and the thumbs out to the side. It just allows you to kind of search for the floor a little bit better. If you're nowhere near the floor, please know that is very normal. Release the hands. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Turn the right toes out to the side. Deep bend in that right knee. Come into skandasana. Hands can come to heart center. Or once again, option to find that same arm variation we took in malasana. And then when you're ready, crawl your way back to the top of the mat. Hard flex both feet. Revolve skandasana. One of my very favorite poses. And when you're ready, wide leg pyramid. Come back to the breath here if you have lost it. Hop the right foot back in, toes turn out on a 45. Hands come to heart center. Inhale for space. Exhale to twist, revolved, triangle. Gaze goes up towards the top arm, only if you like. Keep pulling that left hip crease back. One last push, bend the left knee, wiggle the right fingertips forwards, come into your revolved half moon. Don't worry if you're falling out, I'm falling out too. And then when you're ready, step it back to a lunge, a high plank. Grip with the fingers, shift the weight forwards. Your last chaturanga, do it with strength. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. If jump through is in your practice, you can take it now. If not, come onto your tail, swing the legs out in front of you. As you exhale, make your way down onto your back. Take the legs out about hip distance apart. We are going to take bridge or wheel. Go ahead and take the fingertips towards the heels, press the palms down into the earth so you set your shoulders. If you want wheel, you can bring the palms up by the ears. If you want bridge, you can do whatever the heck you want with your arms. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, exhale, and then when you feel strong, push into your wheel or bridge. If you are in wheel, remember to come down before you have to. Once you've lowered down, go ahead and find a twist of your choosing. Today I will be doing figure 4 and rocking my legs over to the right. So if my left leg is on top, legs are going over to the right. It's very nice on the hips. Yogi's choice for the twist, though, whatever feels good in your body. When you're ready, switch sides. Roll back onto your back. When you feel even, take hold of the outer edges of both feet, half happy baby. Noticing a nice release in the low back after that back bending. Try to sink the tailbone down towards the ground. And release the feet, come into your Savasana. As always, if there are any closing postures that you would like to do, please take them. Remember, this is your practice. If you are in Savasana with me, let's take an inhale together. Exhale. Our next inhale will be for 4 beats, and the exhale for the same. I will guide you through it. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, continue. Eventually allow your body to return to its natural state, letting the body breathe for you instead of the opposite. And I invite you to take a moment here to thank yourself for showing up on the mat. It's not always easy. It doesn't always fit into our lives perfectly. So you've done a great thing for yourself today. When you're ready, introduce some movement into the fingers and toes. Interlace the hands overhead, take a great big stretch. Inhale. Exhale, big release. When you're ready, roll over onto your side. And then go ahead and come up to your seat when you feel ready. You can bring your hands to your heart center now. The highest in me bows the highest in each and every one of you. Thank you for practicing with me today, and I can't wait to see you next Friday. Namaste. Talk soon. If you guys liked that class, please like, subscribe, comment, tell me you liked it. If you didn't like that class, please also tell me, and I will make less like this and more of something else. So your wish is my command. Tell me what you want. Thanks for practicing with me. I know you have so many options on YouTube, and I am pumped to be one of those options. So I'll see you next week.